Do you ever feel like a ghost in your own life? A hollow echo of what you should be? Maybe it's a constant ache, a nagging sense that you're fundamentally flawed, that you don't belong. This isn't just a bad day. This is a deep, unsettling dissonance, a silent scream from the child within you, still bleeding from wounds you barely remember. Let's face it, we're all carrying baggage, but some of us are dragging around a whole lifetime of unaddressed hurt. The world tells you to move on, to toughen up, but your inner child knows the truth. You're still aching, still seeking the love and validation you never received, and until you acknowledge those wounds, until you learn to listen to that silent scream, you'll be trapped in a cycle of pain repeating the patterns of your past. Let's dive into those hidden signs, the whispers of your wounded inner child, and finally start the journey towards healing. Imagine this. You're in a crowded room, surrounded by people, yet you feel utterly alone. You're present physically, but mentally, you're observing from a distance, like a character in a movie you can't pause. This isn't just shyness. It's depersonalization and derealization, a form of dissociation where your mind tries to protect you by disconnecting you from reality. Studies reveal that these mental escapes often stem from childhood trauma, from feeling unsafe and unseen. It's as if your inner child is saying, if I'm not really here, they can't hurt me. This feeling of living a false life, a life devoid of true vibrancy, is a potent signal that your inner child is crying out for attention. Now let's talk about the explosive reactions. Do you find yourself overreacting to minor inconveniences, lashing out at loved ones for the slightest perceived slight? Think of a child throwing a tantrum, overwhelmed by emotions they can't articulate. That's your wounded inner child, still throwing those tantrums, still trying to make their pain heard. It's not just about being sensitive, it's about unresolved hurt, about years of feeling disregarded and invalidated. For example, maybe a simple request for attention triggers a volcanic eruption of anger, a raw, primal scream rooted in childhood neglect. It's not an excuse for bad behavior, but it's a clue, a flashing neon sign pointing to the deep wounds that need healing. And what about the creative blocks? Remember how children express themselves through art, through play, through uninhibited imagination. What happens when that creative spirit is stifled, when those crayons are taken away? You end up with an adult who's creatively paralyzed, unable to tap into their inner joy. That's your wounded inner child, silenced and suppressed. But here's the beautiful irony. Art itself can be the key to unlocking that inner child. It's about reclaiming that lost creativity, about allowing yourself to play again, to express yourself without judgment. Don't overthink it. Just draw, sing, dance, explore. Let your inner child guide you and watch as the healing process begins. Let's delve into the strained relationships. A wounded inner child struggles to form healthy connections. It creates a barrier, a wall of distrust and resentment that pushes people away. You might find yourself trapped in emotionally dependent relationships, seeking constant validation to fill the void left by childhood neglect. Arguments and misunderstandings become the norm, fueled by unspoken pain and unresolved trauma. It's a cycle of hurt, a self-fulfilling prophecy, where you recreate the very patterns of your past. It's vital to recognize this, to understand that your current relationship struggles may be echoes of your childhood wounds. Then there's the constant need for approval. Do you find yourself constantly seeking validation from others, feeling empty and worthless when it's absent? That's your inner child still craving the love and acceptance they never received. It's like they're perpetually asking, "Am I good enough? Do you like me?" This stems from a deep-seated insecurity, a belief that your worth is dependent on external validation. But true healing comes from self-acceptance, from learning to validate yourself, to celebrate your own achievements, big or small. You are worthy, just as you are, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Let's not forget the regressive coping behaviors. When life gets overwhelming, do you find yourself retreating to the comfort of childhood, watching old cartoons, playing with old toys, seeking solace in familiar routines? It's a natural instinct, a way to soothe your wounded inner child. But if it becomes a pattern of avoidance, a way to escape adult responsibilities, it's a red flag. It's about finding a balance, about acknowledging your inner child's need for comfort while still facing the challenges of adulthood. Instead of escaping, learn to nurture your inner child, to provide the love and care they need to heal. Finally, there's the difficulty trusting others. If you were betrayed or manipulated as a child, trust becomes a dangerous game. Your wounded inner child builds walls, afraid of being hurt again. This can manifest as suspicion, jealousy, and an inability to form deep, meaningful connections. It's about recognizing the root of that distrust, understanding that your past experiences don't have to define your present. Healing comes from learning to trust again, from choosing to believe that not everyone will hurt you. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards healing. It's about acknowledging the pain, listening to the silent screams of your wounded inner child, and offering them the love and compassion they deserve. It's a journey of self-discovery, a process of reclaiming your lost innocence and rewriting your story. This journey, the path to healing your wounded inner child, is not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's about unraveling years of ingrained patterns, about confronting the shadows that have lurked in the corners of your soul. It's about choosing courage over comfort, vulnerability over armor. You'll face moments of doubt, times when the weight of the past feels insurmountable. But in those moments, remember this: you are not alone. Millions have walked this path before you, and millions will walk it after. You are part of a collective human experience, a tapestry woven with threads of pain and resilience. Think of it as tending a garden. You wouldn't expect a barren wasteland to bloom overnight, would you? You'd patiently nurture the soil, plant seeds of self-compassion, and water them with forgiveness. You'd pull the weeds of self-criticism and cultivate the sunlight of self-acceptance. Healing is a process of growth, a gradual unfolding of your true self. It requires patience, persistence, and an unwavering belief in your capacity for transformation. And remember, this isn't about erasing your past. It's about rewriting the narrative, reclaiming your power, and choosing how your story ends. It's about transforming your wounds into wisdom, your scars into strength. It's about becoming the parent you always needed, the protector and nurturer of your inner child. So, are you ready to embrace this journey? Are you ready to finally silence the silent screams and replace them with whispers of love and acceptance? Are you ready to step into the light and claim the life you deserve? If the answer is a resounding yes, then I urge you to take the next step. Don't let this moment fade into the background noise of your life. Don't let this spark of awareness flicker and die. Right now, in this very moment, make a commitment to yourself. Commit to listening to your inner child, to honoring their pain, and to providing the love and care they desperately need. Click the link in the description to join our exclusive community, a safe space where you can connect with others on this healing journey, share your experiences, and receive unwavering support. Or if you want to start right now, then click on the video linked on the screen. The ultimate guide to healing your inner child from pain to power. This is your moment. This is your chance to rewrite your story. Don't let it slip away. Take action now, and let's embark on this transformative journey together. Your healed and empowered self is waiting.